Huzzah! It's your brother, your cousin, your uncle, your nephew, your friend, but I can't be as honest, your kinfolk. Will Henry with God's Will Fitness. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn the notifications on so you can get all the updates on the videos and everything that I'm posting. All right. Appreciate your ear, appreciate your support. Just appreciate you for paying attention to what I got to say, because I know it can be used for motivation. I know it can be used for education. I know it can be utilized to have a successful fitness journey. And it's all about the lifestyle. It's all about the ups and downs, highs and lows, the good and bad. And we know that the bad will come because you can't stop the rain. You can't stop the rain. You can't stop the pain. You can't stop the clouds from coming. You can't stop the storm. And you don't need to stop them. You don't need to try to block out those lessons that need to be learned. You don't need to try to defend yourself from the hard knocks that life's are going to throw at you, the punches that is going to swing at you. Sometimes when those punches are thrown, we got a tendency to close our eyes. We got a tendency to flinch, and in doing so, we don't get to really see the way the best to defend ourselves. In doing so, we don't really get to see, you know, at the angle that our opposition is coming at us from. So we got to be able to look at the pain with open eyes. We got to be able to accept the rain without the umbrella over our head, without the poncho, without the jacket, without the hood covering our head. We got to be able to accept the raindrops, because the rain is what nourishes the ground. The rain is what provides, you know, nourishment to the soil, to the roots, you know, and it helps them grow. So without the rain, without the downpour, you can't uprise, you can't uproot yourself from the muddy waters that you come from, right? And they say the darkest hour is just before day, right? But the eye of the storm is the best place to be, right? Because everything is going on around you. All of the distractions in the weight gym, the women with the skimpy clothes, all of the distractions in the weight room, all these men grunting, trying to make themselves look big, trying to make themselves look swole. All of the distractions are coming. People are texting you, people are calling you. You got social media on your phone. Like, all of these things are like being thrown at you when you're trying to get a good workout. The kids are misbehaving. They throwing a fit, they throwing a tantrum. The missus, the mister, they want quality time. You trying to make your meals, you trying to cook something, you trying to be prepared for the week ahead, right? People got birthdays, people got events, people retiring, people graduating. You got things to do on the weekend. How you gonna be able to get this workout in? How you gonna be able to get your nutrition prepared? How you gonna be able to be disciplined when you even go to these social outings? The rain is gonna come, right? You're gonna come across some type of injuries. You're gonna come across some days when you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, right? You're gonna have fatigue. You're gonna be exhausted. You're gonna be starving. You gonna eventually binge on something that's gonna set you back on your weight loss goal. It's gonna come. It's expected. So when you have these expectations, it's always good to be prepared, right? When you get off work and you're tired and you feeling lazy, but you got your gym clothes ready, you got your pre-workout in the back seat, you got your bag. All you gotta do is make it to the parking lot, then make it inside the gym. You prepared. You know that this rain is coming. You know that the downpour is coming. You know that the storms are coming, right? And sometimes you can't avoid the storms. Sometimes you can't avoid the adversity, right? It's gonna happen. You're gonna come across bad experiences, right? You're gonna meet some people with malicious intentions. You're gonna come across some situations that are not in your best interest, but you got to be able to maneuver. You got to be able to get through them without being defeated. You got to be able to get through them with your head held high and your chin up. We can't stop the rain. You can't stop the devil from raining on your parade. You can't stop the evils from trying to attack you. You gotta find a glimmer of hope when it's dark out. You gotta find something bright that's gonna shine through the cloudy days, through the rainy days. No, we don't want no umbrellas. We don't want no ponchos. We don't want nobody covering us up from the downpour. We don't want our eyes shielded from the lightning, from the thunder. We don't want our ears closed. We want to hear it. We need to embrace it. We need to know it's a part of life. And once we know it's a part of life, then we can live accordingly. You know that the rain's gonna come. You know somebody gonna cross you over, somebody gonna shake you, somebody gonna dunk on you, somebody gonna run you over when you in that hole. You know it's just gonna happen, but you gotta play the game with that in mind. You can't be afraid to be embarrassed. You can't be afraid to be put on a poster. You can't be afraid for somebody to step over you, for the taunting to come out. You gotta know that's what comes with it. But if you play the game with reckless abandon, if you play the game like you being shot out of a cannon, if you play this game in full speed, then that's all you can do. They don't want to feel musty. They want to go to the gym. They don't even want their makeup to come off. They want to go to the gym. They want their hair to be in a perfect position. The same way they came out is the same way they want to leave. People are afraid to get in the trenches. But sometimes it's required. Sometimes walking in the mud is required. That's why it rains. Sometimes you gotta get dirty. Sometimes you gotta get wet. You can't be perfect. You can't always have a clean slate. You gotta deal with some grime. You gotta deal with some buildup. You gotta deal with some calluses on your hand. You gotta deal with some aching muscles. You're gonna have to deal with these people looking at you side-eyed. You're gonna have to deal with these people talking about you behind your back. You gotta deal with your significant other not holding up their part of the bargain. You gotta deal with the disobedient children. You gotta deal with these co-workers talking out the side of their necks, being lazy, and you gotta make up for their mistakes. You gotta deal with the rain. What makes you think it's not gonna happen in the gym? What makes you think these people gonna rack their weights all the time? What makes you think these people ain't gonna be holding up this machine texting? What makes you think that it's gonna be okay? What makes you think it's gonna be easy? Right? When you get underneath that weight, when you get underneath that squat rack, what makes you think you're going to be able to always come up? You're going to have to reach some failures on that bench press. Your arms shivering and shaking. You can't get it up. It fall down. And you ain't got no spot. How you going to get it up? How you going to get from underneath this weight? The rain will help you grow. The rain is the reason why we plant these seeds in this fertile soil. The rain is the pain that would allow you to profit, that would allow you to prosper, because you've had the bad experiences, because you've learned the lessons. Now you know the right way to go about doing things, right? We think the rain is just a struggle. We think the rain is, you know what I'm saying, so negative, but we don't understand that the rain is the reason why we improve. The rain is the reason why we get better. The rain is the reason why we rise up. Because if it wasn't for the negativity that fueled us, then how would our engine still be roaring? If it wasn't for the things they said we couldn't do, why would we even try to accomplish it? We gotta look at the rain from a positive lens. We gotta look at the rain from a sunshine point of view, right? Because then you can appreciate the sunshine much more. Then you can appreciate the good times much more, because the rain, it don't rain every day. You don't go through bad things all the time. The sun shines more than it does rain. Good things happen more than the bad. He did right by you more than the times that he did you dirty. She took care of you more than the time she left you abandoned. If we look at that squat weight, if we look at our maxes now, even though we failed to reach what we want to get right now, we still are further along than what we used to be. Look at our conditioning. Look at our cardiovascular. Look at our breathing, our lungs. We feel so healthy. We feel so good. And a month ago we was out of shape, and a month ago we was gasping for air. But just because you wasn't able to run that 5K without stopping doesn't mean that you haven't come a long way. Doesn't mean that you haven't traveled the distance. You've gotten somewhere. Now there's a new goal. Now there's a new level. But without the rain, how will we know? We think the sunshine is supposed to be permanent. We think things are supposed to be all fine and dandy. But we know that's not real. We know that's not realistic. We know that's not the truth. We know that's not being honest with ourselves. I'm trying to tell you that because this is God's will. Fitness. Oh.